All right, so I was thinking about some ideas because I wanted to make a new video, right? And I was sitting on my couch thinking of some ideas, reaction videos, skits, and whatnot. And then I realized I just watched the movie Black Adam, and I can make a review about that, right? Well, anyway, this is what that video is. It's gonna be really short, non-spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, um, please feel free to continue watching because I will not spoil anything. At least I will try not to. Anyway, I saw the movie last night, and it's good. It's a good superhero movie, especially for a DC movie. I recommend it 10 out of 10. There are some things that are a little annoying, like you know how some of those movies always have a little kid that just throughout the movie they're just so annoying, and they constantly feel like they're getting in the way of the plot and they're just ruining important moments. Well, this movie has that kid, so beware of that. But The Rock as Black Adam, he's pretty good. Now, I am a general fan of The Rock. He has a really nice backstory. I won't get into that, but his movies are pretty solid. I honestly can't think of a movie that didn't work for me that The Rock was in, and yeah, he just did a great job. I mean, honestly, he didn't really do much. He didn't have a lot of lines, but his acting was great. His physical movements, they appeared as a superhero. I mean, he fit in with the superhero, anti-superhero kind of look, you know. So I have no complaints with The Rock. The movie though itself, it seemed pretty short. I don't know the actual runtime, but man, when things started rolling, they started rolling and they didn't stop for quite a while. I mean, the only slow moments here really are those scenes where they, what's it called, exposition, where they just talk about, they fill you in on the backstory of some things and stuff like that. But besides that, this movie is pretty fast. It's definitely gonna keep your attention. Visual effects, perfect. What you expect from a multi-billion-dollar industry, right? There are some weird parts though where, and this isn't a spoiler, but because you know how The Rock is a pretty big dude, like he's massive, right? So there are some parts where they have to Photoshop his face onto somebody with a much smaller body, and it's so noticeable. And honestly, I'm not even complaining because it's really funny. Like it's just funny to look at The Rock's face on this really skinny body. I don't know. That was just funny to me. But I mean, what I really loved about this movie is that they expanded the lore for me, the universe. Because instead of just focusing on Black Adam in this small part of the world, where they location wise they stay in one part of the world, but they bring in a lot of new characters. Dr. Fate, Hawkman, which Dr. Fate, I don't know how I feel because in this movie he was a little bit nerfed. I won't get into the whole Dr. Fate story, but he's a pretty old. He's like the Doctor Strange of DC, but the original Doctor Strange, and he's super powerful, super powerful. In this movie, he's kind of nerfed, but at the same time, Dr. Fate is not one individual hero. It's really about the helmet. I won't get into it. Dr. Fate, Hawkman, this one chick, this one superhero that's pretty obscure. She had the power of wind. I forgot her name. And this early guy who's basically Ant-Man. But Hawkman and Dr. Fate, those were great additions to the movie. They really didn't take the spotlight away from Black Adam, which I loved. They were very complimentary. And yeah, villain-wise, the villain didn't really work for me, but that's all right because I really liked how he was defeated. I won't. That's all I'll say about that. But the end scene where the villain's defeated, oh my god, it's perfect for a DC anti-hero movie. It's awesome. But yeah, I mean, I don't have that many thoughts about it. You know, you can't expect too many things out of these DC one-off movies, you know. Oh, the end credit scene though. Wait, when the movie's done, keep your butt in your seat because you're gonna want to see that end credit scene. But like I was saying, you can't go wrong with these one-off DC movies. They're getting pretty good recently, I have to admit. I will say this. Shazam, I did like Shazam a little bit better, just by this much. I just felt like there was more emotion in that movie. Not to say that there's not emotion in this movie, but just Shazam just hit me a little bit harder there. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Black Adam. I would recommend to check it out. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.